Hey, how you doing, sir? I'm Zach.
Hi, Zach. How you doing? Dr. Page, take a seat.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Before we get things started here today, I'd just like to give you my business card.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I got a business card for you as well. So, Zach, you're from Maryland, huh?
Yes, sir. I go to Salisbury University. I'm right now attending their prestigious business school. It's called Purdue Business. It's owned by the man of Purdue Chicken. I'm also working for ADP right now as a salesman, and I would like to discuss a little bit of that with you.
Are you a Redskins fan?
Yeah, I am a Redskins fan. Did you see the game this week by any chance?
Yeah, I did. For RG3, right?
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. It seems like he just can't stay healthy no matter how hard he tries. But
yeah, he's broken.
Yeah, definitely broken. But at least the backup came in. He played well, you know.
Oh, yeah, Kirk Cousins, yep. Actually know his father, Chip Cousins.
Really? That's
yep.
Awesome. Well,
good friend of mine.
Looking forward to next week.
All right, yeah.
I see you have a fish tank here in your office.
Yeah, you like those guys?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, they really are eccentric, those fellas. They get a little playful at times. They got some balls that are in there. They float around.
That's cool.
Bite around on the balls. Chippy little fellers. But, what are you going to do? Fish are crazy, right?
Well, I know your time is very valuable, so I think we should get things started here with my agenda. Before we get started, though, I'd just like to ask, is there anybody else here that you would like to have? Or?
No, unfortunately, my wife is my partner at the company, but she can't be here right now. She handles all of our payroll and HR information for both locations we have currently. So, unfortunately, she's at my son's swim meet right now down at Hammond Pool. So.
Oh, really? Hammond Pool. That's awesome. I have a son who swims there as well.
Oh, really?
How old is your son?
My son is 5 years old.
Oh, really? My son's a little bit older, but maybe they have the same coach, Miss Shannon?
Yeah, Miss Shannon. She's great.
Yeah,
she really is.
She's
fantastic.
a really nice lady.
Great with kids. A real chipper woman. Gotta love her.
Yeah, usually my wife takes the kids to swim meets, but seems like your wife does the same, you know?
Yeah. Men gotta be men, right?
But let's get things started here. I know your time is very, very valuable. So as far as I know, you have a small clinic of under 50 employees and currently have 2 locations right now?
Yeah, that is correct. Right now, we've been planning for the past 2 years on expanding to a 3rd clinic once we get the funding for it. So that'll take about another year and a half, maybe 2. We are also expecting to hire 5 more employees. We're a little short-staffed right now. But once we get our 2nd location in the next year, I'd like to add them over there.
Well, that's awesome. I wish you best of luck of your new expansion, and hopefully I can help speed up the process for
that would be great.
Your 3rd location here. Could you maybe go over a little bit of the hiring process?
Our hiring process right now is absolutely terrible. Right now we have to shift through a ton of different resumes. Half of which are nowhere even near qualified, and then a bunch of the other ones just look like people don't really care. So we have a terrible time with that currently. So that's another work in progress.
Well,
for us.
Hopefully ADP can help with that. Okay, so could you just give me a little bit of background about your current payroll system that you have in place?
All right. Well, yeah, like I said before, my wife Ellen usually takes care of it. She uses a system called Microsoft Dynamics. Have you heard of that?
Yes, I have heard of that, and I believe ADP is a little bit more valuable of a system.
All right, I can't wait to hear a little more about it. But she personally keys in each employee's time card. She also signs and puts each check into an envelope and sends them out in the mail. She has to drive to the post office to do this as well, so it takes a little bit longer.
So it seems like the pay periods are kind of long, and the process seems to be very time-consuming.
Yeah. The pay periods are biweekly. Yes. Ellen does spend a lot of time with these paychecks. It takes her a little bit longer than we would expect. It's a little bit over an hour. She has to key in each person into the payroll. Spends about 2 hours each pay period signing and putting the checks into envelopes. And then, like I said, she has to drive to the post office to do so.
And are there ever any mistakes with this process, sir?
Oh, yeah. We have multiple mistakes, at least 1 to 2 each time we have these pay periods come by. Ellen could definitely tell you a lot more about it. She always vents to me about it, so I would love to have it fixed because who wants to hear that pillow talk?
Yeah, maybe one of these days I'll hear from Ellen.
Yeah, and I know we've had some issues with some of the checks being incorrect and having to be voided. That's always a hassle. She also complains about always having to retype things in Excel. She's not very good with computers. The format's not laid out for someone that wouldn't be too experienced with computers, so she's not very familiar with it at all.
Well, ADP can definitely help with that. Were you ever maybe considering hiring a new person for helping with the payroll, maybe like an accountant?
Yeah, absolutely. That's come up in conversation between me and Ellen multiple times. We're trying to hire a full-time accountant to handle our payroll. I know it jump into our budget for expanding to our third clinic, but once we hired that extra accountant, it'd be able to handle our payroll and taxes. That would, like I said, cut heavily into our budget, and we really would like to get that third office as soon as possible.
So, from our understanding, it seems like it's been very stressful on Ellen.
Oh yes, yeah.
It seems like your manual system is very inefficient and time-consuming, and hopefully I can help out Ellen and you with any stressful situations that you have right now. I believe ADP has a solution that can help. Would you potentially like to hear more about this, sir?
Yeah, absolutely. Ellen spends about 15 hours a week going through these spreadsheets. So yeah, I'd like more time to go out with my wife. That's why I married her. So it's true. Whatever you got, let me hear it, buddy.
Well, from our discussion, I would recommend using the Run by ADP, which is specific for small businesses like yours. We're trying to expand and cut down the wasted time for small businesses. With our system, Ellen wouldn't have to manually do every individual check. She could send her payroll information to ADP through her computer, through her iPhone, or any other smartphone using different apps. She could comfortably do these things from her home if she needed to. Even from any of the locations that you have, even the new expansion location as well. Automatically does. Everything's automatic. There's no manual time cards or anything like that. It eliminates that altogether. After the report, it will be sent right to you. You can do the checks. You can do all the printing reports, deliver the payrolls the next day, so you don't have to spend time individually giving out payrolls and shoveling envelopes and stuff like that. For the hiring process, we could offer you a system that would be background checks to give you the best resume, the best possible candidate, best qualified candidate. Mm-hmm. This would be extremely efficient. We're trying to hire those 5 new employees for your new expansion as well. Does this sound like something that interests you, sir?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would definitely love to have that. Sorry about that. Excuse me. But yeah, how much will it cost me?
Well, I understand that things are kind of expensive investments these days, but I assure you that it will benefit and help you save money in the long run. You wouldn't have to hire a new employee, which could cause you tens of thousands of dollars if you were to get a new accountant for the payroll system. This also is extremely efficient, and the time you're spending on your current payroll can be used effectively to do other tasks for your clinic. I don't have a specific monetary value for you today, but I can assure you that this is cheaper than any new accounting employee.
I would hope so.
I understand you want to make the most economically friendly decision in order to expand your company, and I believe that ADP is just what you need in order to help save money and expand to your third company. Not only will your wife be much less stressed about dealing with all the payroll situations, but she'll be able to spend more time with your children and hopefully you as well. Yeah. Is there anything else you seem to have a problem with in your company, or any questions you may have?
No, not really, Zach. I'm highly considering what you have to offer here.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, you had a hell of a pitch today. I really appreciate you coming out here. I would love to get Helen in here. I would definitely talk all this over with her. But it'd be better if we had her in there, just to make sure we figure everything out. I'd love to hear her figure it out. Like I said, she takes care of it all, so it sounds like a dream come true for her. It's inexpensive, and yeah, I really like the system.
Seems like your wife Ellen's a very important person in this business, and I would love to maybe have another opportunity to meet up with you. Would that be okay with you if we may had another meeting to talk about this and maybe have Ellen involved as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll talk to her after the swim meet. I'm sure my boy's going to bring home a couple ribbons. Usually they're first place. So,
is there a specific time that you would like to meet up?
What about 10 a.m. on Thursday? How's that sound?
Sounds good. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. I really appreciate you.
All right,
meeting up
Zach.
with me.
Yep, I appreciate
Really nice
everything
to meet
you
you.
had.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
I'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Door's right there.
Cool.
You know the way out.